Good day, students. Today we'll discuss what is metaphysical poetry? Key characteristics of metaphysical poetry. Prominent metaphysical poets. Themes and techniques in metaphysical poetry. Metaphysical poetry refers to a distinct poetic movement that emerged in 17th century England. The term metaphysical was coined by Samuel Johnson in the 18th century to describe a group of poets who shared certain characteristics in their work. These poets, including John Donne, George Herbert, and Andrew Marvell, introduced a new style of poetry that challenged conventional norms and explored complex themes through intellectual and philosophical means. The term metaphysical comes from the Greek words meta, beyond, and physika, physical, implying a poetry that goes beyond the physical realm and delves into abstract and intellectual ideas. Key characteristics of metaphysical poetry. Metaphysical conceit. Metaphysical poetry is known for its unique and elaborate metaphysical conceits. A metaphysical conceit is an extended metaphor that draws an unexpected and often far-fetched comparison between two seemingly unrelated things. These conceits often involve blending elements from different realms, such as love and religion, the physical and the spiritual, or the macrocosm and the microcosm. Metaphysical poets use these conceits to explore complex ideas and create surprising connections. Intellectual and philosophical exploration. Metaphysical poets were highly intellectual and engaged in profound philosophical exploration through their poetry. They sought to investigate fundamental questions about human existence, the nature of reality, the relationship between body and soul, and the mysteries of love and spirituality. Their works reflect a deep intellectual curiosity and a desire to unravel the complexities of the world. Use of wit and paradox. Metaphysical poets employed wit and paradox to engage their readers and provoke thought. They used clever wordplay, puns, and paradoxical statements to challenge conventional thinking and create a sense of surprise. These poetic techniques help the poets convey their complex ideas in a memorable and thought-provoking manner. Elaborate imagery. Metaphysical poetry is characterized by rich and vivid imagery. The poets use detailed and elaborate descriptions, drawing on a wide range of sensory experiences, to create powerful visual and sensory impressions in the minds of their readers. The imagery served not only to evoke emotions but also to convey abstract concepts and philosophical ideas in a tangible and imaginative way. Exploration of love, religion, and the nature of existence. Metaphysical poets explored profound themes such as love, religious devotion, and the transient nature of human existence. They delved into the complexities of human relationships, the tensions between earthly and divine love, and the struggles of faith in a changing world. Metaphysical poetry often contemplated the ephemeral nature of life and pondered the mysteries of the universe, reflecting on the grandeur and fragility of human existence. Prominent metaphysical poets. John Donne. John Donne, often regarded as the founder of metaphysical poetry, was a master of metaphysical conceits and explored a range of themes in his poetry. His works include The Flea, a witty and persuasive poem in which Donne uses a flea as a metaphor to argue for physical intimacy in a relationship. A Valediction, Forbidding Mourning. This poem expresses deep and spiritual love, using a compass as a metaphor to describe the unbreakable connection between two souls. Holy Sonnets, a collection of religious poems reflecting Donne's personal struggles with faith, mortality, and salvation. George Herbert. George Herbert's poetry is characterized by its spiritual depth and introspection. His works include The Collar, an introspective poem that explores the tension between earthly desires and divine love, ending with a realization of submitting to God's will. Love 3. In this poem, Herbert explores the idea of surrendering to God's love, using vivid and powerful imagery to convey the transformative power of divine love. The Pulley. Herbert presents the idea that God purposely withholds worldly happiness from humans to draw them closer to him. Andrew Marvell. Andrew Marvell's poetry combines wit, lyricism, and political commentary. His notable works include: To his coy mistress, Marvell uses the metaphysical conceit of time as a persuasive tool to encourage his beloved to seize the moment and indulge in physical love. The Garden. This poem reflects on the fleeting nature of life and the pursuit of pleasure, drawing on themes of nature and the human condition. An Horatian ode upon Cromwell's return from Ireland. Marvell's political poem praises Oliver Cromwell while reflecting on the complexities of power and leadership. Richard Crashaw. Richard Crashaw was an English poet known for his intense religious imagery and spiritual themes. His poetry reflects his deep devotion to Catholicism. Some of his notable works include: The Flaming Heart. This poem depicts the mystical union between the soul and Christ, using vivid imagery of flames and hearts to express the intensity of religious experience. Wishes for the Supposed Mistress. Crashaw employs a metaphysical conceit comparing the speaker's desires for a lover to a variety of extravagant and far-fetched wishes, showcasing his wit and creativity. The Weeper. In this poem, Crashaw explores themes of repentance and redemption, using powerful imagery of tears to convey the speaker's emotional journey. Henry Vaughan. Henry Vaughan, a Welsh poet, was influenced by both metaphysical and mystical traditions. His poetry often explores the relationship between the physical and spiritual realms. Notable works include: The World. Vaughan reflects on the fleeting nature of worldly pursuits and the enduring value of spiritual enlightenment. The Retreat. This poem contemplates the beauty and peace found in nature, suggesting that communion with the natural world can lead to a deeper connection with the divine. The Night. Vaughan explores themes of darkness and light, using vivid imagery to convey the contrast between earthly existence and spiritual enlightenment. Thomas Traherne. Thomas Traherne's poetry explores themes of innocence, wonder, and the interconnectedness of all things. His works remained largely undiscovered until the 20th century. Notable works include: Wonder. Traherne reflects on the marvels of creation and the capacity for wonder that exists within human beings. The Salutation. This poem celebrates the beauty of nature and the interconnectedness of all living things, suggesting a divine presence in the world. Centuries of Meditations. Traherne's collection of prose meditations explores profound spiritual insights and contemplations on the nature of existence. Themes and techniques in metaphysical poetry. Love and seduction. Exploration of physical and spiritual aspects of love. Metaphysical poets delved into the complexities of love, exploring both its physical and spiritual dimensions. They examined the passionate desires, sensual pleasures, and emotional intensity associated with love, while also contemplating its deeper, spiritual implications. Carpe diem motif. Seizing the moment in relationships. A recurring motif in metaphysical poetry is the carpe diem theme, which encourages the seizing of the present moment in romantic relationships. The poets emphasize the fleeting nature of time and urge their lovers to make the most of the present, emphasizing the urgency of their desires. Complex metaphysical conceits to describe love. Metaphysical poets employed elaborate metaphysical conceits to describe love and its various facets. They use surprising and unconventional comparisons to depict the intensity of emotions.